just got publicly outed since I have yet to donate cash to a company fundraiser. The company I work for is doing some big water bottle fundraiser. People are supposed to buy 24-48 bottle packs and bring them to the office for some heat wave fundraiser whatever. Totally cool with that, I don't mind the company doing that. However, they are posting a sheet of everyone's names that does or does not contribute. I wasn't planning on donating, not that it matters, but I donate a ton of my money every year, and then my manager just came to my desk area where dozens of other employees are and very loudly asked if I would be donating to the fundraiser. I was pressured into saying yes and I gave him $15 on the spot. I know it's not a ton, and it's for a good cause, but this just seems gross to publicly pressure employees into donating cash. Am I overreacting? Is this typical in corporate culture? Putting you on the spot like that is wildly unprofessional. Next time, say no. Yes, it's typical. I tell them no every time. I particularly love when the company says you cannot try to raise money for benefits but then they do it. My first response would be I do not donate unless I get a tax receipt. If that still does not work, I would loudly reply I'll donate right after I get a raise that is meaningful. Tried that shit where I used to work high pressure to give. I was dating a girl that was friends with the owner's daughter. She told me the owner and two top people would get a 2-week hunting trip to some foreign country as a prize for getting 100 contributions. 600 employees told our shift lead to stick it. As a professional fundraiser, this is totally out of line. Who donates and who doesn't should always be confidential, exceptions for those who consent to be thanked publicly under appropriate circumstances. Bro, fight dirty with dirty. Are you going to be donating? No, I have cancer and I can't pay my bills. Literally fucking lie. Who cares, dog? Fuck that company. Next time, tell your manager that Jesus said not to. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. Matthew 6:1-2, NIV. And then give the most beatific smile that you can muster. That is annoying. Next time say no. Totally wrong. I bet the company made it a contest among the managers. The manager of the department that raises the most money gets tickets to a ball game or something like that. These things are basically tax scams, allowing the company to take a deduction for money they get from employees. That's absolutely gross and totally unprofessional on your manager's part. Next time, and judging from the company culture, there will probably be a next time, say no thanks. Or if you want to soften it, something along the line of I'll look into it and decide, thank you for the reminder. But stand your ground and don't relent. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. No, I won't. I bought half a pallet of water bottles to distribute to people during Prod weekend. And medical supplies, AMD emergency contraceptives. Then I stood for 5 hours in the sun handing that stuff out. So if donation is a duty, I've done it. This is common at larger companies. Everyone is encouraged to contribute to management spec charity. It's primarily a way to buff the company's image without spending any shareholder dollar. Yes, I am probably overly cynical. No, you're not. The company will publicize how it donated all the water while it forced its employees to pay for the donation. This is very unacceptable behavior on the company's part. Where I work, we have to demonstrate volunteerism. I would donate the water before I march in a parade or come in on the weekend to do yard work. I always have a list I have donated to, so when the really crappy stuff comes up I can say I have plans and need to sit this one out, but in the past I did. Our annual review has a section on volunteering and I keep a list. This would count towards it. I work for a non-profit healthcare facility. Also I might injure my back carrying this in and get a few days off. Short-term back pain is difficult for them to disprove from a work-related injury. Don't blame other people for your own failure to say no. Only you can say no. But for the meek, no, sorry, I am on a tight budget this month, I can't donate anything at the moment. Or something similar. If I run out of excuses, I will say I'm not donating today, I'm sorry. But the self-assertive attitude is something you earn with experience, so take this as your experience. Nah man, the reason you feel this way is because there is nothing noble about a company donating. We all know they're not doing it from the bottom of their heart, but rather because they have a tax void they need to fill. Not to mention them making their poor employees bring things in for them to make the donation, rolling eyes face. I prefer to donate privately. Works for every occasion. Back in the 80s I worked for an oil company credit card center. Managers had one-on-one meetings with each employee to fill out our United Way payroll deduction forms. We were given the suggested donation amounts while our manager watched. No pressure. Yes, but on my own private time, as I will not be contributing to the company obtaining a tax break from my personal finances and effort. I got called out by HR when they were doing a United Way thing at work, but not publicly. This was the 90s. I was a college student and worked for a large hotel chain. They were doing payroll deduction donations. I declined. HR called me in and asked if I missed the notice, then proceeded to tell me how they were trying to reach a certain of participation. Probably for some local business recognition. I said no, I am working my way through school, can't afford it, and United Way runs anti-gun campaigns and I am an NRA member. They did, I wasn't. They never bothered me again, smiley face. Tell HR that you feel like you have been extorted by the company to fulfill their tax-deductible obligations and as such feel it is only appropriate to contact a legal team about the way the company conducted itself. Just wanted to voice my concerns internally with the company to resolve the issue of the 15 I was extorted and public shamed for. The BMW dealership would do this on the paycheck before Christmas. It was an automatic $5 taken from your check, unless you went to the office and told them not to take it. They use it to donate money to a food bank. While using the PR from it, to look good in the state. When one of their employees got terminal bone cancer, they asked everyone to donate at the company party. No one donated, because the dealership has shown us before that they can pay employees' medical bills. They offered a free 2-year lease on a new BMW, if you donate a lot of money to United Way. Sorry Dan, I can't this year. Boo, thanks for putting me on the spot. It sounds like your company is pooling everyone's donations, so they can make a big donation themselves that they can write off on their taxes, that you guys are paying for instead of them. They're basically stealing from you, but tricking you into letting them do it through charity. If you don't really give a shit, and just want to give to charity, go for it. If the idea that they're exploiting you rubs you the wrong way, tell them you'll be making your own donation, or just tell them to fuck off. My work wants all the employees to donate to the employer. Most people give in eventually and some even donate several hundred or thousands of dollars, but I didn't donate anything this year and they kept harassing me via email almost every day. Why on earth would I donate my money to the very place I only come to earn money? I work in a school. One year my school was competing with another school for who could get 100 of their employees to donate first to some local charity. The person in charge went to every classroom and interrupted class to ask if we were donating. If we said no, she donated $1 in our name. We got 100 that day. I think that's cheating. Thank you, but I make regular donations to charities that I support. I would call the IRS. Your company might be committing fraud. They force employees to donate without giving recipes, then claim the deductions on their end. All companies do this. So next time Walmart asks you to donate at the cash register, remember you're also giving them a tax break. Next time, say no, or a very simple no thank you. In the future, it works, I promise.